Nanny Faye Chrisley unleashes on casino dealer. Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Chrisley knows best alum. Nanny Faye Chrisley has unleashed on a casino dealer, but what happened to make her go feral? The fan-favorite grandmother loves casinos and gambling, but it seems that one dealer said something to set her off. So what happened, and how did Nanny set him straight? Keep reading for more details. Fans have long loved Nanny Faye Chrisley, as she is just herself. She makes no apologies for what she says, does, and who she is. Furthermore, she can get her grandkids to get in on her antics, and it can either wind up great or in a hot mess. Yet that is the fun of it, and everyone wants someone like Nanny in their lives. Sadly, she was diagnosed with bladder cancer in 2021, which broke everyone's hearts. Fortunately, she had the support of her family and her daughter-in-law, Julie Chrisley, who she credits for being by her side. Unfortunately for Nanny, her son, Todd Chrisley, was sentenced to 12 years behind bars, with Julie receiving a 7-year sentence. However, she has remained extremely optimistic, and her cancer has since gone into remission. Nanny is very involved in her grandchildren's lives and shows up on their podcasts whenever they need her. She also has an optimistic attitude about Todd and Julie's release, but does have some fun and quirky stories. Recently, she was a guest on Savannah Chrisley's Unlocked podcast and told a story about a casino dealer who she had to set straight. No one mistreats her, and she made that very clear. Yet it seems that Nanny Faye was at a casino and the dealer let her know who she was. Not a big deal, so she said that she hoped he enjoyed her. He then brought up Todd and Julie going to jail and proceeded to ask what they were going to do. Nanny wasted no time telling him they were making a movie on it, so drunks like him had something to watch. Don't mess with Nanny. Nanny Faye proved that she is not one to be messed with. She will be kind, cool, calm, and collected. Yet do not mess with her family and talk poorly about them. That will get you a tongue lashing, which she believed God sent to her. So, after hearing how Nanny dressed this dealer down, what did fans have to say? Nanny Faye Chrisley, known for her sassy humor, sharp wit, and unapologetic attitude, is back in the spotlight. Though much of her life has been featured on the hit show Chrisley Knows Best, it's her off-screen antics that have truly captured the hearts of fans. Her quick comebacks and infectious energy have made her a fan favorite, and she is notorious for never holding back, especially when it comes to things she doesn't like. On this particular day, Nanny Faye has decided to take a little break from her usual routine of looking after the grandkids, offering life advice, and stirring up trouble within the family. She's heading to a local casino, looking for a little fun. Her plan is simple: enjoy the sights, have a good time, and maybe even win a few bucks. However, things quickly take an unexpected turn when she encounters a casino dealer who seems to rub her the wrong way. The casino arrival. Nanny Faye enters the glitzy casino with her signature flair, brightly colored blouse, a wide smile, and a confidence that seems to light up the entire room. She's clearly out of her usual comfort zone, but she doesn't mind one bit. The casino floor is bustling with people, the clinking of slot machines providing a steady hum in the background. "I'm just here for the fun, honey," Nanny Faye announces, giving the room a wide-eyed glance as if she's in a candy store. Her daughter, Savannah, rolls her eyes but can't help but chuckle. "Mom, remember, you're only here to have fun. No wild betting this time." Nanny Faye raises a single eyebrow and grins. "Oh, don't you worry, sugar. I'm just gonna take a little peek around and see what catches my eye. You go ahead and play your games. I've got this under control." Savannah shakes her head, but knows better than to argue with her mom. All right, as always, just don't cause Nanny Faye has her own way of doing things. The incident. After exploring a few slot machines and chatting up some patrons, Nanny Faye finds herself drawn to a blackjack table. The dealer, a young man in his mid-30s with slicked back hair and a poker face that could have belonged to a stone statue, seems like he's more focused on his cards than the people around him. He barely acknowledges Nanny Faye as she takes a seat at the table, her energy bouncing off the walls of the room. "Deal me in, sugar," Nanny Fay says sweetly as she drops a stack of chips on the table. "Let's see what you've got." The dealer glances up at her, his eyes scanning her for a moment before he quietly deals the cards. The silence is thick, and Nanny Fay can feel the tension in the air. It's not just the casino ambience, it's this dealer. Something about him rubs her the wrong way. As the game progresses, Nanny Fay begins to notice a few things that make her increasingly uncomfortable. First, the dealer's attitude is cold. He doesn't engage with the players, barely makes eye contact, and doesn't even acknowledge when someone wins a hand. His expression remains unchanged, as if he's counting the minutes until his shift is over. And then he makes a mistake. A big one. Nanny Fay has just won a hand, but when the dealer pushes her winnings toward her, he shortchanges her by several chips. "Excuse me, honey," Nanny Fay says, her southern drawl dripping with sweetness, "but I believe you owe me a few more chips." The dealer looks at her, unblinking. "You're fine. It's just a mistake." "Oh, sugar, I know mistakes happen, but don't get too comfortable," she replies, her voice still calm, but with an edge that suggests she's not the type to be pushed around. The dealer shrugs, obviously not wanting to engage further. He makes a half-hearted attempt to correct the mistake, but doesn't seem to care much. This is the final straw for Nanny Fay. "All right, honey," Nanny Fay says, sitting back in her chair, "let's get something straight here." The dealer looks up, startled by the change in her tone. Nanny Fay leans forward, her eyes narrowing with a sparkle that suggests trouble. "First of all, I've been around long enough to know when someone's trying to pull a fast one. You think just because you're behind this table, you can treat people like they don't matter." Nanny Fay's voice is steady but firm, carrying authority that instantly commands attention. The surrounding players stop what they're doing and glance nervously at each other, unsure of what's coming next. Second, Nanny Fay continues, "I came here to have a good time, not to be treated like I don't know how to count. I don't know who you think you're dealing with, but you're not dealing with any old grandma. I've had a few run-ins with people who thought they could take advantage of me. It didn't work out too well for them." The dealer shifts uncomfortably, clearly not used to being confronted by someone like Nanny Fay. And third, Nanny Fay says, her voice lowering to a sharp tone, "You just lost me a few chips, and if there's one thing I don't tolerate, it's losing. So I'm gonna give you one chance to fix this. I'll take my chips, and we'll call it even. But if you try to pull anything else, well, sugar, you'll regret it." The dealer looks around, unsure of how to respond. The casino floor seems to have quieted down as the players at the table watch in awe. Nanny Fay's fiery determination is palpable, and there's a calm but steely confidence in her posture. Savannah, who had been walking nearby, hears the commotion and comes over. She places a hand on her mom's shoulder, attempting to de-escalate the situation. "Mom, come on, let's go. This isn't worth it." But Nanny Fay holds up a hand, signaling her daughter to wait. "No, Savannah. This boy here needs to understand that I'm not someone to be messed with." She turns back to the dealer, who is now looking very much like a deer caught in the headlights. He nervously gathers the chips and hands them to her, mumbling an apology. "That's better," Nanny Fay says, her voice sweet again, but with a razor-sharp edge. "Next time, try smiling when you do your job, all right? And if you ever shortchange me again, I might just have to bring out my old poker face, and believe me, honey, you don't want to see that." With a satisfied smile, Nanny Fay stands up from the table and turns to leave. The dealer, still looking flustered, watches her go, no doubt relieved that he's escaped a fate far worse than a few extra chips. Nanny Fay walks away. She's met with a mix of applause and stunned silence from the nearby players. Savannah catches up with her, shaking her head. "Mom, I swear, you're something else," she says, a mix of amusement and exasperation in her voice. "Well, someone had to teach him a lesson," Nanny Fay says with a wink. "You can't let people think they can treat you any old way, especially when you're out here trying to have a good time. Life's too short for that." Savannah laughs but can't help but feel proud of her mom. Even though Nanny Fay's way of handling things might be a little unconventional, it's clear that she'll always stand up for herself and for anyone she loves. As they head toward the exit, Nanny Fay adds, And you know what, sugar? I'm gonna be just fine without that casino dealer. There's always another game. And trust me, I'll be back. But next time, they'll know better than to mess with Nanny Fay. The aftermath. Word of Nanny Fay's fiery showdown quickly spread through the casino. Staff members and players alike couldn't stop talking about the feisty grandma who took down a casino dealer with nothing more than her wit, charm, and a whole lot of sass. Some of them even joked about how they'd never want to be on the receiving end of Nanny Fay's wrath again. The incident also made its way to social media, where fans of the Chrisley family erupted in laughter and praise. That's our Nanny Fay. One fan posted, while another added, "If I ever need someone to have my back at a casino, it's Nanny Fay." In the end, it wasn't just about the chips or the blackjack game. It was about standing up for yourself and knowing when to unleash your inner strength. And Nanny Faye Chrisley, as always, was more than happy to show the world just what that looked like. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.